It is time to start writing your reflection paragraph for your article of the week. And although this may sound like a daunting task right now, we are here to help you through it. This paragraph functions differently from any of the other paragraphs that we typically write in a formal paper. That is because you get to come back into the spotlight. In fact, the purpose of this paragraph is to connect the article back to you. So if you have been missing discussing your own thoughts and feelings, this is where they come into play. In the reflection paragraph, we typically ask you to think about three big questions. The first is, why is this topic important? The second is, why does it matter? And the third is, how does it impact me and others? This is the chance to connect the topics and concepts you have been learning about back to you. This is the chance to make the connections. If you are not sure how to start, we have set up a graphic organizer to help you every step of the way. The graphic organizer includes a section for you to brainstorm, a reminder of the purpose of this paragraph, the three big questions you can see here, and finally, a step-by-step guide through what exactly should go into the paragraph. You may notice as you are writing that what you are actually creating is a racer response. If that means very little to you, don't stress. If that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable that you have done things like this before, the racer is essentially what you're doing, although evidence might look a little bit different. I have given you an example graphic organizer that shows you what one reflection paragraph brainstorm might look like. This example article topic is not your example, so none of the content will sound familiar. But in this example, our fictional paragraph is discussing finding the good. You can see that this student brainstormed ideas before she started typing. So she considered the three questions and thought about why that topic might be important to her as a student, thought about examples in which she found that topic in her own life, and kind of made some conclusions. Notice that there's not complete sentences in here. There's not necessarily a lot of organization. This part truly functions as a brainstorm, and whatever you need to put in there in order to help you answer the question, that is yours to use as you would like. When you start answering the question and filling out the graphic organizer, I want you to constantly refer back to those three big questions. You may choose only one to focus on, and that might be a good place to start. In this example essay, I can tell from the first sentence that this person has chosen to focus on why is the topic important. The topic sentence is the one that will always be the first in your paragraph, and it will always state the main purpose. In this case, it's going to be a broad answer to the question. So the question that this person is discussing is, why is the topic important? Reminder that our topic is finding the good. If you can recall racer responses, the first R is to restate the question in the answer. So look for that focus word within this first sentence. Especially in the year 2020, I think it is very important to remember to try to find the good in every situation. Anytime you are writing a response, you want to continuously connect back to your purpose. So my purpose is to discuss, in this case, finding the good, and now in this paragraph, it is to discuss why it is important. From there, your paragraph answers will get more and more specific. So you start off with a broad statement. It is important in many ways. Then you start to answer how. How is it important? This student has talked about the fact that 2020 is a year where we can predict nothing, which makes being able to find the positives even more important. You continue from there. The next thing you would provide is an example or evidence that supports that answer. Essentially, what you are creating through this brainstorm section, topic section, graphic organizer section, there we go. And the explanation reason section is support for your answer. So you are proving that you, in this case, think finding the good is a very important skill to have. The last section is the concluding sentence, in which you are going to wrap up the topic of the body paragraph. One way to look, or one easy place to look, is back up at your topic sentence. This should not look the exact same. However, that is called a circular ending when you can come back to the basic idea presented in the beginning. Once you have done your brainstorm, you actually have written an entire paragraph. All you have to do now is copy and paste those ideas into one cohesive paragraph. You will notice that there are a few places where I am showing that this person had to change the connections, those links, okay, because the flow was not correct. All the ideas did not flow together well. However, all of the work has already been done for you. You just have to make sure that you read back through it and it all makes sense together. So there it is, writing a reflection paragraph.